Welcome back to another You Decide. We are live here with one evidence. Can you guess the ghost? Please try. I want to get Doomslayed though. Dining room. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, I don't see orbs. So no orbs. No orbs, but that will not stop people. Okay. See, nice and easy. Nice and easy. So we do have our one evidence as spirit box. Bone right here. Not that it really matters. But I should just leave that there so everybody's like, get the bone. Get the bone. Alright, immediately it stepped into the salt. Immediately stepped into the salt. So it blew out one firelight so far. Blew out one firelight so far. I have not gotten my sanity up, but I'm not really too super worried about it. Blow out the other candles for me. Alright. Come on, no, don't leave. Don't leave me. Are you like right here? Can we do that? Okay. Alright. Alright. So again, we can do a couple of things. Let's just verify with this. For all of you lovely people out there. Alright. Think about that there as it comes back. What speed are you thinking? What speed are you thinking? Mirror is not a cursed item, Ropo. You lying to me. You lying to me. Best thing to do is to think. Going to turn this off. We could try to get hunted again and figure it out. I think I know what it is. I just want to make sure. Talk. All right, what are people thinking? What are people thinking? Good job to everybody who said twins. Great job. Your listening skills were impeccable. It was the twins. It was the twins. So let's go through exactly how we got to that point. Our one evidence was spirit box. Our one evidence was spirit box. So we knew from spirit box right away. We set down salt so we could rule out a wraith. We did not see orbs so we could rule out a mimic. It blew out the 3 firelights so we knew it was not an Onryo. From that, we want to get hunted and listen to the first hunt. What was the speed? I'm not gonna lie, Pulte was pretty sus there. It looked like some big throws, but was not. That's why you kind of confirm with the hunts and all that. So when it hunted, it was slightly faster. It was slightly faster. This meant we could rule out a spirit, a Pulte, a mare, a phantom, a yokai, and a dio. So dios would have, of course, found us. The other ghosts would have been normal speed. So the question was it slightly faster because it was the twins, or was it slightly faster because it was a Moroi, depending on what our sanity was? With where our sanity was, it was really hard to say. We needed to get hunted again to kind of figure it out. Now, the ghost did kind of hunt me off guard, so I wasn't sure if it was slightly slower right away or slightly faster, but I think it just sped up with line of sight. So that's why it kind of sounded faster like a Moroi there. But that's, again, where you have to think to yourself, instead of making rash judgment of, oh, that ghost sounds really fast, I think it's a Moroi. Think about line of sight speed. That's a big thing. When did the ghost get line of sight? How much did it speed up? So it also spawned in the living room instead of the kitchen or the dining room, which the dining room was the ghost room. Obviously, ghosts can roam, can spawn elsewhere. But, you know, that was like, okay, interesting. Meanwhile, the other times, it kind of spawned around that area. Still not enough to really say anything. We never really heard a twin interaction. We never saw anything on the activity chart. But that last hunt, it was just slightly faster. Not as fast as a Moroi should have been, because the Moroi should have been close to max speed with where our sanity was. Faster than what it should have been. So therefore, it was not as fast as it could have been, but it was the twins that way. Okay, let's do that. That's that laundry room, isn't it? Utility room, whatever it's called. Yeah, it just interacted through the wall there. I don't think... Stop it, Brandon. I don't have that on. Oh my god. Okay. Thank you for scaring the absolute bejesus out of me, but that's a good time to get a spirit box response. That is a good time to get a spirit box response. I kind of hope this ghost is a demon and just instantly hunts me here. But I am willing to say we're probably not going to have a spirit box. If you're having trouble getting a spirit box response right after a ghost event like that, it's in here. I could say this is a Goryo because the bone is in the ghost room, but that's not an actual thing, and apparently just me joking saying that people actually believe it. It's not. It's a myth. It's a myth that people said. Do not believe that. Do not believe that. We can actually probably rule out a ghost though, just based on that event for a couple of reasons. So put that in mind. What else are we gonna do? Let's set down you. Actually, I'm not too worried about you right yet. Let's get some salt, because you should easily be able to get the salt in there. I think what I'm going to do is just take some sanity, just to get our sanity up some. Yeah, I won't get doomslayed that easily, unfortunately. Touched a door, right? Yeah, I think it touched that one. I don't see UV. So I don't see UV there either, so probably not going to be UV. You can put dots on the ceiling, which I highly recommend you put the tier 3 dots on the ceiling, and then stop it. Look at this. This room's lit up more than my Christmas tree back here. This room's lit up more than my Christmas tree. Alright, let's see. Alright, so if a ghost throws a book like that... Did you change rooms? Why are you so warm in here? Made absolutely no sense. Okay, so we know it's not going to be ghost writing. Here's the thing, though, a lot of people say. Just because this goes through the book does not mean we can go into the journal and rule out ghost writing, okay? It could still be a ghost with ghost writing. Is that in here? Do the candlelight test. Again, and another trap, you know, a lot of people fall into on insanity, or just one evidence in general, is just focusing so hard on that one evidence. Don't focus so hard on that one evidence, you forget about your other no sanity tests, okay? Or no evidence tests. Just doing that. So, don't forget to do that. Do not forget to do that. Same location in my viral Onryo video. That's really huge there. That's really huge. You could get a loop in the ghost. It just takes practice and kind of knowing how ghosts sort of act. It's like, you want to like crouch behind the kitchen counter when you're looping it. You want to do that. That'll sort of help with the thing, because a lot of people will stand up straight. So that one was a Goryo, obviously. I can go through what we did if you're kind of curious about the tests. It was really not much. We knew that we had dots. We saw it on cam, not in person. So it's obviously a Goryo. We kind of ruled out a Wraith and a Mimic because of the forced... Because we didn't have orbs and it stepped in the salt. Now, when we talk about forced evidence as well, look at, like, for instance, we knew we didn't have UV. Since we knew we didn't have UV, we could rule out an Obake technically. Okay, we also had Spirit Box, where we didn't have Spirit Box when the ghost evented on us. So therefore, I know we could rule out a Moroi and a Dio because they both have forced Spirit Box. That's how you kind of want to handle forced evidence and ruling out evidence in 2 evidence or less. If you know you're playing this and you don't get one of those and you're for sure that that's not it, that's how you can kind of rule that out. We also knew it was not going to be a Shade because it evented super early. Onis also take away 20% sanity when they do ghost events on you. Our sanity was at like 65, which if we take away the 20% from the mirror, that would put us at 80. With that ghost event and normal losing of sanity, we should have been at least 60 or lower. The fact that we weren't meant that we could go ahead and eliminate an Oni, which is kind of crazy because that ghost was really active. I was actually thinking it was going to be a Thay, but it was not. We never really hit the freezing mark, so Hantu was still a possibility, though, because I thought our evidence was going to be dots or freezing, and mainly Goryo dots or freezing, just because of how long it took. We also could eliminate a mare. I did forget about that. Eliminate a mare because it did turn on the light switch. Or Willow Edgefield Tangle. Hey, that's it. Really? Not Ridgeview? Okay. I don't think we need the mirror. Ghost is here. Ghost is here. Do we have orbs? Just trying to go get the mirror. I was just trying to go get the mirror. I have no idea where this ghost is. Okay, I don't see any UV. I don't see any UV. I don't see any on there, and I don't see any on here. So I think that's really good. Is this gonna be like another annoying ghost? Would be awesome. Yeah, just like more subtle scares too, I think would be really good. More subtle scares. Dude, that cup went flipping flying. But you Bracken vibes from Lethal Company? Oh, yeah. Okay, so we hit 32.7. You can't see it on TikTok, but that is freezing in freedom units. So our one piece of evidence is going to be freezing. I love the Obake. There's so many cool, unique things with it. Six-fingered fingerprint, the shape-shifting middle of a hunt is just really, really cool. Really, really cool. And or below on Celsius. Can be placed on the ceiling? They can't always. Only some ceilings. If you can place it on the ceiling, I highly recommend it. Because look how lit up this room is. It's so good. It's so good. It's such a great angle. I wish you could put it on all the roofs. Okay, that should put us in hunting range. Turned off the breaker. It turned off the breaker. It's thought he was going to find us there for a second. So what are we thinking? Was that normal speed? Was that faster, slower? You can never concentrate. You'd be fine. I do think we know what that was. I do think we know what that is now. I do think. So second time we did get the twins there. So let's go and look at what we could eliminate, which freezing was our one evidence. But even before freezing, we knew we could rule out a wraith because it stepped in the salt, right? Stepped in the salt. It's kind of willing to rule out some other things, but either way, freezing. We had no orbs, so we could rule out a mimic. We did the firelight test, blew out 3 lights, did not hunt, so it was not an Onryo. I was willing to rule out shade because it did a really early ghost event, and it seemed like it was all those interactions, like blowouts, throws, everything was happening where we were, so it was pretty good with it. We knew it was not a gen because it turned off the breaker. When it hunted, it was slightly faster. It was slightly faster. So our options kind of at that point were going... We're not... Revenant would have been really slower, but we were looking at these. Moroi, Hantu, twins. Moroi is first for Spirit Box. When we called it to us, we did not see the breath of the Hantu. Now, I think Hantu would have also been faster in that ghost room right away, if that is where it started at. But we didn't see the breath with the breaker off. So, we knew that would be the twins. Do you know evidence when it's a Goryo? We got one earlier, Zira. We got one earlier. They released new ghosts? They haven't in a while. They haven't in a while. But they do at times. They do at times. So, yeah, are we going to get a random spirit box response? That would be great. I don't see any orbs. I'll stick that there. Literally blubbering like a baby on stream. I don't think anybody wants that. Epoch 3s you completed? I'm at 33. I have a lot of editing to do to catch up to that. But I'm at 33 of those. God, the ghost stepped in the salt. It blew out the firelight. Are you going to blow it out with us in here? What he ran into, so he's still getting sub. Thank you. Yeah. And we are. Okay, so it did blow out the firelight. I think we need to verify that, though. I think we need to verify that. So remember, we did have an earlier blowout, so that does put it at 3. We don't have the evidence yet. Is diamond 100 million is ruby? Oh, did they make one for that? I didn't even know that. Alright, so we do have freezing once again, which was our last piece of evidence. We do have that here. So I guess we don't need that. So we have salt here. We have salt here. This means that if anything is done in our without them stepping in the salt, we know that the ghost is here. You do that without motion sensors. Yeah, it doesn't matter for how long the 3 blowouts. Okay. Okay, so we know that the ghost was here and did that. So now I think the best thing, we can do one final check for orbs, which will not prevent anybody from saying anything, but... This is a great spot, by the way, to just look for the ghost. Almost. Yeah, almost. Oh no, what are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking? What'd you kind of notice about it? What did you kind of notice about it? Listen. Listen to the speed. That ghost was a Hantu, and there were a few different ways that we knew that we could verify Hantu here. So first, let's start with our piece of evidence, right? So freezing was our piece of evidence. Obviously, with forced freezing, well, with forced spirit box, we knew we could rule out a Moroi. It did items with us in the same room or interaction, so we knew we could rule out a Shade. We knew we could rule out an Onryo, because it did blow out the 3 candles, and it did not hunt. Oni, did we get the air ball? We didn't actually see the air ball. I was pretty sure we got the air ball. But I was just going to wait for the hunt to verify. We did not have orbs, so it could not be a mimic. So we were down to these. Now, the ghost was fast right away in the ghost room. So the ghost was fast right away in the ghost room. I thought it was probably going to be a Hantu because it sounded a bit faster. So we knew based on a bit faster than the fast twin there. So we knew based on that it was either going to be Hantu or the twins. So with that, what you want to look for is, does it speed up in line of sight? Does the ghost speed up in line of sight? Well, A, it changed speeds during hunts too. So it was faster in the ghost room, and then it immediately slowed down. So we would know that it was a Hantu there, because that's one of the only ghost that can really change speeds like that during the hunt. That would be great if we did. That would be absolutely great. I hate Camp Woodwind, by the way. I don't know how people can love Camp Woodwind. I don't know how people can love Camp Woodwind. Ryan, you just give 10 more, dude? Thank you so much. Thank you for the 10 more gifted. If anybody got a YouTube membership, be sure to thank Ryan for that. Oh my god, the ghost is like right here. Which room is your room? Is this? Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you so much. Woodwind is amazing. Woodwind is not amazing. No, it is not the best map. No, it is not. Yeah, what's going on, Jay? Welcome on in. It's my favorite map. You like farmhouse maps? Oh, are you happy for the reworks, or are you going to miss the old ones? I love Tanglewood the most, and I love Sunny Meadows. I mean, I love playing Sunny Meadows. I love doing the Apocalypse challenges. Have good luck still. We're going to have good luck still. Sunny Meadows is too scary. It's not scary. You saw an orb. We can double check. We know ghost orbs are not going to be our one piece of evidence. It did touch this. I don't know. Are you still here now? I don't see a orb. I don't see a orb. Okay, I'm gonna light up only y'all two. I'm gonna light up only y'all two. Yeah, as well as remembering the lighter. You're the Mr. Nakey song. No. Yeah, that's part of why I just hate this map, is just because of the room boundary issues. And it just makes it really annoying, like, especially on you decides. Like, I waste so much time here. Like, I feel like you all learn, like, nothing from this. Because, A, I have a few ghosts in mind that it could be. Alright, what were y'all able to glean from that? Anything? You learn to be patient? I don't know. This is... You said that on TikTok, Kanoi. I don't think you can be patient and be on TikTok. What? I thought that was kind of early. Hey, thank you, Trooper Mike. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Wow, the picnic tables are actually working as a line of sight break for once, maybe? Alright. Yeah, y'all know what that ghost was? Y'all know what that ghost was? Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Explain this to me for everybody who says this immediately means the twins. Explain. Go on. Give me your explanation right there. Give me your explanation. Come on. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. We know it's not going to be the twins. We know it's not going to be the twins. Mimic? No, it's going to be a demon who doesn't even have EMF 5 that has that as a twin curve.
Welcome back.
It's why I always say, be careful. Do not immediately assume twins. Yeah, so for anybody who thinks that I lie when I say my demons act like shades, what the hell did that ghost do prior to that? Nothing. I was thinking that was almost going to be a shade, and we just didn't get, like, the room thing right. Do this. Let me go through this. How we figured out a demon. We had absolutely no evidence. The only thing we could kind of say was it was not going to be a wraith, and it was not going to be a mimic. We knew that. Other than that, it threw the book. That's about it. It didn't leave UV, so probably not like an Obake. But it hunted us early, so we were at 66% sanity. So the only ghosts that could hunt early like that. So based on what we had left, these were the ghosts that could hunt us about there. So if it hit a certain point, could have been a Raiju, but it would have been fast around electronics. We had electronics there, it was not fast, so we could rule out a Raiju. They would have not gained line of sight, that ghost gained line of sight speed. Onryo, it would have been with firelight blowouts. It didn't do that. Yokai could hunt that early because if you were talking near it, I pushed to talk on. The ghost couldn't hear me, so we knew then it was going to be a demon. After we smudged it, it did hunt us again about 1 minute 18 seconds. So if you're wondering about the speed, it was line of sight speed. That's how it got faster. It just increased speed and line of sight. That's how it came to us. That's how it got us. Yeah, that's about it, but it ain't like that much. You can carry like 4 items. Yes, 4 items. Then 3 items and an igniter, basically. 3 items and an igniter. It's hard, especially if you get the time. Yes, that is true. That is true. Okay, so I don't think it's gonna be that. Let's put you there. I don't see orbs. I'm gonna guess that that's with us in the room, so that'll be good. Let's just try this again since we know the ghost is around. Nah, I don't really do any difference. Doesn't really do like, but you can carry 4 items like anyways. You get different loadout slots, but that's not based, like, you get 3 loadout slots in general. There's a decent chance. There's a decent chance that they'll institute something. I hope so. Like, maybe they'll be working, like, secretly on, like, a new small map or something. Like, that would be pretty fun. But we'll see. You know you're here to learn? Yo, let's go, Big Aeon. Let's go. Let's go. Wait a minute. Do we have UV? No. Okay. We do not have UV. All right. Ghost is around here, though. So, spirit box? No. Still no. So it's looking like our one evidence is probably going to be dots or freezing right now. That makes me really sus. Yeah, the ghost heard me. Ghost! But still, though, I'm still pretty sus. Possibly Triality. Possibly. Oh, House, you saw it. You saw it, House. You saw it. Say what cursed us. Say what cursed us. So it was a Goryo. We kind of just ruled out a Wraith. That's about it. Whoop. Alright. Got orbs. Are the orbs real is the question. That is the question. Be careful. We're gonna try 50 perfect games. Yeah. 50 perfect games. Brought my UV because it just touched one of these doors. Alright. Alright, so we got one firelight blown out. Guess we could double check these doors. Will we see any UV? And we can place salt down on the ground. Okay, I don't see any UV. Got one more blowout. One more blowout. Let's say, is that in here or something else? Since you've been playing, just like a perfectly timed ghost event or something that just catches me off guard, or sometimes the ghost can kind of sneak up on you during a hunt or hunt on top of you. That's like it. Like, I'm not scared right now to be in the ghost room because I know I'm mostly safe up in, unless it hunts early. But I also know the signs of when it's gonna hunt, so I know how to get away. I know when to get away. I know what I can loop. I know what I can do. That was really close. We had 33.1 on the thermo. Is this gonna end up... Is a good old mimic. Good old mimic. What are you talking about? Alright, we'll bring it. We already probably got bad luck. Because we're not doing that, but... Like, if you ring it now, it's going to be too late. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Okay, those were fast dots. I will take that in a heartbeat. So, alright, we got dots. Okay. That's pretty big. God, you really hate that camera, don't you? You really hate that camera. So these are going to be to set up to test for if it's going to roam to us as well before we do all of that. It's hunting? Evil cackling always creeps you out, yeah. I was not expecting a hunt right there. What is our sanity at? I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting a hunt there. Our sanity must be way lower than what it actually was. Yes, it was. Okay, okay. So, think about that now. Was that normal, faster, slower? Think your thoughts. Need to kind of observe it. So let's take a look-sees. I don't know if the ghost can see us from here or not, but we'll find out. Hate when the ghosts laugh like that. It's aight. What if you want to think someone else's thoughts? So, thoughts. Again, think about the speed. Think about looking at the ghosts. Think about all that fun stuff. Gold APOC runs. Shower break line of sight. I wouldn't trust to hide in the shower. Honestly, I wouldn't trust to hide in the shower at this point. Ghost should be able to hunt us at any moment. Yeah, Natty. Pretty much. I think this hunt should hopefully Dictate it. What are my difficulty settings? It's basically like insanity, but more like, well, I guess I'd probably say more like professional, but one evidence. More like professional, but one evidence. And I always have the curse mirror on. Yeah, that's why you kind of have to eliminate everything else. Why is this ghost just like refusing to hunt? Why is this ghost just like refusing to hunt? Just as you got dots. Yeah, well, your chances were definitely a lot higher. Yeah, I would agree with that, Beat. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. The ghost is stinky and needs a shower. Yeah. I mean, there were times the ghost, like, would never even saw me in this room, and I would hide in the shower, and it would just roam in. I'm like, this is such BS. This is such BS. So it was a yokai. What I was trying to say was that we activated our radio there, and it never came to us, and it was close enough to where it should have. Now, that is a really hard place to do a yokai test. I prefer to do a yokai test whenever you're actually looking at the ghost. That's what I prefer, but to see it walking away and then turn around. But it's really kind of tricky to do on this map, so this was kind of the way that we sort of had to. It was dots. This meant, first off, forced evidence. We could rule out a Dio because they're required to have Spirit Box. We also could rule out a Goryo because we saw the dots in person. We ruled out a Wraith because it stepped in the salt. Then that first hunt, it was normal speed. Not a Raiju because a Raiju would have been fast on that floor, and then it still would have been fast on the bottom floor too because we had our motion sensors there. Not a Thay. They would have been faster at that point. We really didn't get a chance to age it a whole lot. So after that hunt, while waiting for the other, it never really roamed to us, and especially there at the end, it never really roamed to us. So I was willing to rule out a Banshee. When we observed it, we ruled out a Phantom. It was normal blinks, so rule out a Phantom is we'd be more invisible. Oni would have been more visible longer, and it was not there, so we knew it was not an Oni. So it was down to a Yurei or a Yokai. So essentially at that point, Yurei is probably impossible to really identify there because of the room that it's in. I don't know if a Yurei can do its ability on anything in there. I don't think it can. So really, it came down to, could we figure out yokai? If the ghost came to us when we activated our radio, it was going to be a yokai. If the ghost, or it was going to be a Yurei if it came to us. If it did not come to us, then we knew that it was going to be a yokai. That ghost did not come to us, so we knew that it was going to be a yokai. If you want to play along to more, you decide. Go ahead and click or tap the screen now. Thank you so much to all the channel members, all the Twitch subscribers, gifters, cheers. I really appreciate everybody. Happy hunting, and I'll see you in the previous You Decide.